Good morning and welcome to this virtual event that will focus on helping those of you who have not quite yet completed the application for one of our specialty schools and programs. We will help you fill it out. Buenos días y bienvenidos. Si quieren escuchar esta presentación en español, por favor busquen el símbolo del mundo en la parte inferior de la pantalla y pulsen en él para escoger la interpretación en español. Si esto no funciona, por favor salgan e inténtenlo de nuevo. Si aún no se pueden conectar, por favor déjenoslo saber a través de la sección de preguntas Q y A que también se encuentra en la parte inferior de la pantalla. We're so glad you were able to join us this morning because not only will you be able to ask questions from the panel of experts about the different schools and programs that you can apply to, but you will get a step-by-step guidance on how to fill out the application. If you're able, I suggest that you open a window on your computer and then go to www.dallasisd.org/choose-dallasisd and start an application, or open the one that you have already started so you can follow along while we do the explanation. If you can't, that's okay, because a recording of this webinar will be available at www.dallasisd.org/choose-dallasisd starting tomorrow. If you do have until February 7 to submit the application, and yes, you heard that right, it is February 7. We have extended the deadline to make sure that everybody, this is like a new system, and we wanted to make sure that everybody has a chance to ask questions, to get all the help that you need, and turn in your application. So we've extended it to February 7. We hope that everybody is able to apply to the schools that you want with this new deadline. I want to remind you that if you still need help or you still have questions after the webinar, what we're going to do is we have a phone bank that we've had with all of these webinars. There will be people waiting on the phones to answer your questions until 2 p.m. today, and they're there weekdays from 7:30 to 5 p.m. at 972-925-5560. So write that number down just in case you need it, 972-925-5560. And a quick reminder for those of you here, or if you happen to know someone who's thinking about transferring their children to another school, this is the application that you will use to transfer your students. So you follow the same process. We have an expert on transfer here who can answer any questions. So definitely, if you have questions about that, put them in the Q&A box, and we will get to them at the end, towards the end. We'll do the applications first, and then we'll answer questions towards the end. First, we're going to have two people, Keisha Crowder Davis and Mayra Andrade, who are going to walk us through the applications. I think Mayra is going to walk us through the application if you're a returning student, like if you're already in the district, what you need to do. And then, Keisha is going to, just kind of give us an overview of the process, how we got here with this new system, and then also walk us through the application if you are a student who's coming in from a charter school, from a private school, or you're moving into the district, or you're coming from another district and you want to apply to one of our specialty schools. We're very happy to welcome you. We're glad that you're going through this process, and we would like to help you complete it. So I guess Mayra or Keisha, if you want to start, whichever one of you wants to start, this is your opportunity.
Good morning, Dallas ISD families. Thank you for starting your day with us as we help you discover the best option for your students. Dallas ISD has amazing programs, and we'd like to share with you how to complete the Choose Dallas ISD application. I am going to share my screen. Okay, do you see my screen, families? Okay. In order to get to the Choose Dallas ISD website, if you go to our home page, right in the middle of the page, you see the icon Choose Dallas ISD. If you click on the icon, it will bring you to our website. The website has lots of information to help you make an informed decision. How we got here, families, we have so many offerings for students for you to choose from. But if you remember, you attended the magnet fairs, you attended the Choose Dallas ISD programs on site. You would leave those events with, I mean, just lots or stacks of paper, stacks of information about how to apply to the various schools. It was so complicated. You had information and a separate application to apply to a magnet school, where you could apply to at least two magnet schools. You had information about how to apply to a P-TECH program. You were able to apply to three P-TECHs. You were able to apply to the OTI transformation schools, all of those programs. You were able to apply to a student for a student transfer. There was so many programs to apply to, and it was so complicated. So we heard you, we listened to you, and we came up with the Choose Dallas ISD portal. This portal allows families to apply for up to 5 schools, including 2 magnet schools, P-TECH programs, student transfer programs, your neighborhood schools, your IB schools, dual language programs, and eventually our pre-K programs will be in this portal as well. So this is our one-stop shop for families. With that, we wanted to help you find a school. You all always reach out and want to know what's the best choice for my school. So we developed the school finder. If you're on the website, find your school options, you're able to click on this and you're able to choose your school. The very first option for our Dallas ISD families is always your neighborhood school. So the first box says, find my neighborhood school. If I put in an email address, if I put in a home address, then what grade am I looking for? I'm looking for a pre-K 3 program. Oh, see, it tells me I need to put in a valid address.
Yes, it's very important that you have an actual address.
This is very sensitive. It's case sensitive as well. So make sure you're using an actual address. So what it did, based on my address, it told me what the zoned school was. So based on the address that I entered, 9400 North Central Expressway, Preston Hollow is my elementary school. Okay, I'm able to search by distance. I'm able to put all of the schools in alpha order. Remember, I'm looking for a pre-K program, or I'm able to look by performance.
Keisha, I wondered if maybe you could walk us through the same process, but because pre-K has, a lot of other application criteria and stuff, maybe we could do like first grade or kindergarten where you get
Absolutely.
to.
I'm going to do a ninth grade student. How about that?
Excellent. That perfect.
Ninth grade student. All right. Once again, valid address. Okay. Based on the address, my school finder told me that Hillcrest High School is my zoned high school. My home is here, the little orange, and this shows me the distance from the school. You see Conrad High School is there. If I click on the particular school, I'm able to find out all kinds of information about Hillcrest High School. The grades offered, the address, visit the Hillcrest website, the school type, the programs that are offered, performance, and everything. Okay. Now, if I'm looking for a special program, I said I just want to find a different school. I don't want to look for my neighborhood school. My neighborhood school is great, but I'd like to find other offerings. So I'm going to look once again for a ninth grade program. Okay. enter my home address once again. Now, here is the box that asks me, what am I looking for? What type of programs are important to you? I'm looking for transformation programs. I'm looking for magnet programs. I'm looking for P-TECH. I just want to see what you have to offer, Dallas ISD. So in a transformation school, these are the models that are available for you. Let's see, I'm going to look for the new tech model. That sounds interesting. What type of magnet school? I'm going to look for a health magnet. Now, my P-TECH school, P-TECH has lots of offerings. So families, let's see. I'm interested in criminal justice. Okay. Now, I also selected at the top that I was interested in a career institute. So I want to know a little bit about cybersecurity. Okay. Now, am I looking for a best fit? Am I looking for school performance or the location that's closest to my home? I want to know the best fit based on those choices. Yes,
Keisha,
go ahead.
can you tell us before you go next, what, parents may not be familiar with what these three things represent. So how do I know which to choose? I mean, I guess location is obvious,
Yeah,
but what is the
location is the
difference?
closest to your home address.
Mhm.
Best fit is based on the choices that you entered previously to get to this screen. What are you interested in? Then those are the schools that are going to populate. School performance is how is the school achieving their goals. So I'm looking for the best fit because remember the categories that I selected to get to this page. I want to find schools that are within that category. Okay. I came up with Bryan Adams High School with a match score. I had 8 choices, 4 of the 8. Lincoln, 4 of the 8. Conrad, 3 of the 8. Hillcrest, which is my zoned school. And that tells me this is my zoned school. But of the choices, 3 of the 8 are there. So if I click into Bryan Adams, it tells me about Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams school hours, programs that are at Bryan Adams. You see, they have a leadership, innovation, Academy of Engineering. I said I was interested in health. Here's Academy of Health Sciences, Academy of Information Technology. I also said I was interested in a P-TECH. Bryan Adams has criminal justice. That was one of the categories that I selected. Career institutes. If you remember, I selected I'm interested in Career Institute, and cybersecurity shows up right here.
And just to point out that even if you didn't choose performance as one of the things, once you get to that point, you can also look up, I mean, the performance for that school. So it's not like it will not show up, you can still see it.
Correct. If you remember, it said that Bryan Adams was a B-rated school on that page. Okay. Now, that's our school finder. That's our shopping mall. That's what you do first when you're looking for offerings. When you're looking for schools, you can search, remember, by your neighborhood address, by programs, and by grade level. This website also has information about the various programs that we offer in Dallas. You have information about P-TECH schools, which are programs 9th through 12th grade. Okay. It tells you information about a compact agreement for support, attending a P-TECH program. You're looking for the available seats for all of the programs. They're on this website. You're able to see, I picked up, I looked at Bryan Adams earlier, Bryan Adams P-TECH. They have 125 available seat offerings. Okay, if I go to magnet programs, the exact same thing. You see acknowledgments about attending a magnet school, there's a video, and the available seat offerings. I'm not going to walk through all of these, but if you see all of the offerings, our transformation schools here, the available offerings. Okay. Now, there's also a how to apply video. So if you're ever needing assistance with how to apply, here's a video right here. We wanted to make this site very informative and easy for you to find. Right here, here's the phone number for assistance, 972-925-5560. This website also had all of the webinars that we've had, and they've been recorded. So if you want to find out additional information, they're here. So here we are today. Our final webinar is Wednesday. Please register for additional information. Now, I am going to walk you through an application as if you were a new parent, a new student. One of the things that you have to do, parents, first is create a parent account. Okay? I know we have a parent account for our parent portal. You're welcome to use the exact same credentials that you have for your parent portal account. So right here, it says if you already have an account, parent, these are for the families who have already created an account, you're welcome to use this site here. You're able to log in with Google. You're able to log in with Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Okay. So this is the if you already have a parent account. This side, if you do not have an account, you must create an account. If you're a Dallas ISD employee, please do not use your Dallas ISD email address for the parent access. So guardian name, I am Keisha. Oh, don't have on my glasses and it's early this morning. Davis. It's asking for a phone number, a guardian email, confirm the email, and a password.
And when you create this account, we do recommend that somewhere, I know that it's security wise, it's not the best idea to write stuff down, but you know, we have so many in our lives that we do recommend that you write down somewhere secure that your password and your username, because this is what you will use to access the application if you want to make changes or anything like that. So it will definitely make your life easier in the long run.
Absolutely. Here it asks me the preferred language. We have all of the languages. I'm going to select, I'd like to be communicated with in English. And then the preferred communication type, email, mail, phone, or text. I'm going to put in here text message capability. Okay. I'm not a robot. I'm just going to create my account. So once it creates my account, you see it says, welcome Keisha Davis. Right now, it says this is the school year. Now it's time to start a new application. But I also want you to look at the very top here. You're able to select a different language to apply, use the application to apply. There's a dashboard, my account, messages. So I'm going to start the application. Okay. The school year that I'm applying for is here. Is this student currently enrolled or have been enrolled in a Dallas ISD school or program? I'm going to say no. This is a new student. Okay. Right here, it says I have read and agreed to the requirements and policies. So if you click on this, it gives you, please fill out this application form completely. Falsifying, misrepresentation, or omission may disqualify your application. So information you supply will not be given to any other person, company for any purposes. So these are our acknowledgements. So I'm going to agree to the terms. Here it tells me Dallas ISD district office will like to assure all applicants that the information gathered on this application is kept confidential and will not be shared with anyone outside of our office. So I'm going to continue with the application. I'm going to enter my student name, middle name, last name, birth date, Gender, is this student Hispanic or Latino? No. Race of the student is Black. Grade in the upcoming school year, the student, based on his age, will be in the 7th grade. Current school, 6th grade. Right here is where it's asking for his current school. I'm going to her current school, I'm sorry. Let's say she attends Home Middle School. Okay. Here is where you enter the home address. If the student has an email, please enter the email here. If the student has their own phone, you may want to enter that information as well. The question here, what language is spoken in your home? Most of the time, English. What language does your child speak most of the time? English.
What if it's especially for the like the elementary school grades where it's more common, what if the language is Spanish? How does that affect your application?
It has no bearing on your application. If you speak Spanish, then that's fine. Then you let us know. That's how we will communicate with you in Spanish, and we'll make sure to provide everything that you need to you in Spanish.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Here, the parent or guardian information, if you remember, I added that into step 2. So it carried over. So it says that this my name, parent guardian, Keisha Davis. Now it's asking for my birthday. Okay. Relationship to student, mother, my address carried over. Now, preferred contact number was the number that I'm going to enter.
So would we enter a different number from what we entered when you created at the beginning, the application?
You can if you want to, because remember it asked me for a phone number there, but here it says preferred contact number. So
Okay.
if I want to add a home number here or a mobile number, if I added a home number on the first step, then I can add a mobile number here.
Okay. So if you asked for text at the beginning, like your preferred communication is a text, you would have given them a cell phone number at the beginning.
Correct.
But this
Correct.
you can, okay. And another quick question, when for the contact information, if you say that you want to get your communication by text, does that mean that you will get a text once we're doing the acceptances that you've been accepted, or
you will receive a text alert to alert you to come back into the portal, because the portal is where you will be receiving all of your information.
Okay, so we're not going to be getting documents by text.
No, you'll be receiving all of the triggers or all of the notifications of things that are happening to your application via a text message. So here, and then it says, if you're a Dallas ISD employee, do not enter your Dallas ISD email address here. Please use your personal email address. Okay. Is either parent or guardian currently a Dallas ISD employee? I will say yes. This is the opportunity here for me to enter another guardian if I need to. But here's where I will enter my Dallas ISD email address. Continue. Now, here is where I am going to select my schools. The directions tell you the student is guaranteed a spot at their zoned school. Traditional program. This school program is not included in the list of schools you will see below. Please select a first, second, third, fourth, or 5 different schools or programs from the list below. Okay. So based on the address that I supplied, Benjamin Franklin is my zoned school. Okay. Because remember, I'm looking for a 7th grade seat. So if I'm looking for programs, let's see, I'm interested in Spence tag, I'm able to click on it. And you see, Spence has two programs. So, families, if you're interested in the magnet program at Spence, you would click the magnet program. This is where, if you're wanting to transfer to a different school, it will show you that that school is accepting transfers. So, I'm going to say I'm interested in Spence tag. I'm interested in Richard STEAM Academy as a transfer. I'm interested in D.A. Halsey STEAM Middle School, which is a transformation school. Let's see, what else? Oh, I'm interested in Harry Stone IB program. And I'm interested in, let's see here, KB Polk, academically talented and gifted. Let's see, I'm looking at all of the programs that we have to offer.
You may not have clicked on KB Polk.
Well, I'm just scrolling right now.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. I'll go back. Is my computer frozen? I'll pick a secondary dual language program at JL Long. Okay. Now, here are my choices. I've selected Alex Spence and Richard STEAM, Halsey STEAM, Harry Stone Montessori IB, and Long Secondary Dual Language. Now, if I sit here and I look at it and I want to reorder my choices, I'm able to do so. I want Halsey to be first. So it reordered it. You pick it up, you drag and drop. Okay. So now my choices are Halsey STEAM, Long Middle School Secondary Dual Language, Alex Spence Talented and Gifted, and Richard STEAM and Harry Stone Montessori IB. Now, the question is siblings. Does this student have siblings currently attending one of the schools? I'm going to say no. If I were to say yes, it would ask me to enter the siblings' names. Transportation, do you anticipate that you will be requesting?
Just before you go into transportation, why is the sibling thing important? Why are we asking people about siblings?
Well, because a lot of our programs, our magnet programs and our transformation programs give a priority to students who have siblings. So we would need to verify that you have a sibling or you are a sibling of one of those schools. So it would ask you to enter the sibling's name so that we're able to verify that you are a sibling and make sure that you receive that priority during the lottery process.
What if I'm coming from out of the district, for example, but I am applying for two of my kids in the same school, different grades? Would I put the sibling there, or would I?
Yes, you would
do it on the second application. Okay.
Yeah, you would put it there, and it'll say attending or applying. Okay. Do you anticipate that you will be requesting transportation? So I'm going to, yes, we definitely need transportation. Special services. Does the student currently receive special education services or have an IEP plan? I'm sorry, you all, I do not have my glasses with me this morning. So I'm going to say no. Does the student currently have a 504 plan? I'm going to say I'm not sure. Okay. Prior to enrolling at your student's new school, you will need to provide a copy of your 504 plan. If you would like to provide this now, please upload the information. I don't have it now, so I can't upload it.
And what is a 504 plan for those not
A 504 is a special ed accommodation plan to make sure that if your student receives speech or vision or some of those types of services, that's where you would enter the information. Now, this gets into the specific questions based on the programs that you've selected. So the questions here are about a transformation school. So to provide equitable access to the Dallas ISD families, Dallas ISD transformation schools to which you are applying make extra effort to enroll students from diverse socioeconomic backgrounds. So do you receive SNAP or TANF assistance? If I say yes, I will continue. Okay. Does your student have any previous experience in a dual language program? Because remember, I said I wanted to be, I was applying to a dual language program. I'm going to say no. Does your student have a sibling who has participated in a dual language program? No.
And as with any application, I don't know if you've probably noticed all the things that have the red asterisk. There are some things that you don't have to answer to continue, but if it has a red asterisk, you have to provide an answer or else it won't let you continue, right?
That's correct. That is correct. So here is the magnet specific questions. Magnet schools will verify eligibility based on documents uploaded. Applications are deemed eligible, will be scheduled for a magnet assessment. So a copy of your student's most recent report card or transcript is required. So I'm going to upload that. You can just upload it right from your desktop or take a picture of it. Let's see, where is my desktop? Test scores. Choose for upload. Okay. Document 2, students' ACP test scores. And proof of residency. Up here, this should have been report card. So I've uploaded the documents. Okay. Now, because I'm also applying for a student transfer and a report card is required, it tells me a copy of your student's most recent report card is required, but I uploaded it for magnet purposes. So I no longer have to upload it because it carries over to the next application. Okay. Now, transformation schools here, a copy of one of the following demonstrates proof of residence, current lease, mortgage. It's already here. To be considered for entry in the economically disadvantaged lottery, proof of income is required. Please submit a copy of your most recent pay stub or W-2, SNAP, or TANF. Okay. These are the agreements and the signature process. So it just talks about all of, to the best of my knowledge and belief, the answer to the questions and statements made by me in this application are complete and accurate. I will sign here. This is all of the information that I have typed in and added to the application. Student information, parent or guardian information. If I need to change any of the information, there is an edit button right beside each of the sections. Once again, here are my schools. I have Halsey, STEAM, Long Middle School, Alex Spence, and Richard STEAM, Harry Stone. I'm thinking again, this Harry Stone IB sounds pretty good. So I'm going to change it to my number 1. Come on up. It reordered and I received a confirmation here at the top, changes confirmed. No siblings, transportation required, special services. Each of the sections. These are acknowledgements once again, and I'm going to submit the application. It tells me this is the last step in the Choose Dallas ISD process. Please be sure that all information is correct before you continue. I'm going to continue. And it tells me that my application is complete.
So Keisha, what if I, for example, when we have to attach documents, I don't have the document handy. Instead of submitting, can I save and return later?
You can save and absolutely. You can save and return later. Now,
and what if I want to change the schools later? If I've saved it, can I still change the schools I've applied to?
Absolutely. I'm about to show you that. You see that I've submitted my application. I received a message up here in my dashboard. This is the application that I submitted. I received this email notification. Your account for Dallas ISD was successfully created. My password was, so it gives me all of this information. Now, my dashboard here that I go back to, here is the application. There's a tile. You will have a tile for each student who you create an application for. I'm able to click on this application. Come on in, open. And here it is right here. Do you see all of the choices? I'm able to edit if I'd like to switch my choices at this time because it says edit school choices. So that is the new student application process.
Let me ask you a few questions that came up while you were presenting, so
Okay.
so we can, answer those now. When you're getting, you mentioned getting those text notifications. Do you get notifications on a regular basis, or do you just get them when something is happening with the application?
Just when something is happening. Just when something is happening with the application. When the application has been marked as eligible, when you are needing to schedule your assessment or your interview, if you're applying to a PTEC school, the interview process, if you have started the application and did not complete it, you'll receive a text alert to come back in and complete your application. So we're really following you through the completion of your application and through notification of status.
Great.
If
And
things are missing and you did not, you'll receive an application. Please contact the school or upload it in the portal. Yes.
great. So we're making it really easy. We're like, little reminders.
Little
Excellent.
reminders. No, there's no need any longer to go to the school. Several of you parents remember having to go to the schools and drop off documents and going several times, waiting in long lines. You no longer have to do that. Everything can be uploaded within this portal.
Which is great. I mean, just in general, but particularly now that we're going through this pandemic, this came at like an excellent time. For those of us who perhaps did not write down our password or are not great about remembering passwords, is there a way to recover the password?
Absolutely. You're able to recover. It'll say, forgot my password. You'll receive that alert. Or you can contact the 972-925-5560, and we'll be able to assist you.
Great. And
you're also able to reset your own password. I just thought about it. In your portal, you're able to reset your own password.
Oh, excellent. So if you've totally I do that. There are some things that I reset the password every time I go to the website because I can never remember. So,
Yes.
if you're thinking, somebody wrote in a question, we're thinking about switching choice schools. If we apply and then decide to stay in our current school, do we lose a spot in our current choice school? Like I'm in a choice school now and then I apply, but I don't get it. How does that work?
Absolutely not. You're able to stay at your school until you decide that you no longer want the seat. So you can apply for a different school, receive that seat. Once you receive the seat from the school that you've applied for, you confirm the seat, then you can let the campus know that you are wanting to make a change. Okay. But you will not lose your seat.
Okay. So this parent is transferring in from another district and they already selected 5 schools that are a mix of magnet and transformation schools. How do they select a normal school? And I guess by normal, they mean a neighborhood school that's outside of their zoned school. Would that be one? Would they have to make that one of the 5 choices and maybe eliminate one of the 5 that they already have?
Yes, because the portal only allows you to have 5 choices. So parents select wisely. 5 choices. So you would have to get rid of one of the choices that you have and go back into the application and it'll say traditional school. And then it'll have transfer because you are wanting to transfer to a school outside of your zone school or outside of your neighborhood school.
Okay. And is there a way, this a parent, I guess, encountered this issue? Is there a way to know why an application was marked ineligible? From the 5 schools that they applied to, 2 schools were marked as ineligible, and it was their 2 preferred choices. Why would they get that kind of message?
It would be dependent upon the school that they applied to. We'd have to please give us a call at the 972-925-5560. We will look into your application. If the student was applying to, for instance, a magnet school and you did not meet the eligibility criteria, then your application could have been marked ineligible. Um, that's all I can think of
It may
without
be a
knowing.
grade level thing. So there's many reasons. So the
There's many
best
reasons. So,
option,
yes, please give
call.
us a call.
Yes, we're ready. We're there till 2 o'clock today, and from 7:30 to 5 on weekdays, 972-925-5560. And also, is there a reason why a school would be that you're applying to, like, greened out, that you can't click on it? Is it a transfer issue, or because there are not enough seats, or the grade level?
It's probably your neighborhood school, because
Okay.
your neighborhood school will not show as an option for you to select because you're already you have a seat at your neighborhood school. Now, if your neighborhood school has a special program, then you would have to apply to the special program at your neighborhood school. But if it's your zone school, you cannot select just your zone school because you have a seat there.
Yes, you're already pre-selected for that one.
You're
No need
already
to do
enrolled there.
anything else.
Yes.
Very good. So I don't know if maybe the pre-K folks want to jump in on this. Pre-K is a little different because we do have some special programs in pre-K, but you have, so we encourage you to do the application now, but we'll also be asking you in the spring to fill out the pre-K application. So I don't know if maybe the pre-K folks who are here kind of want to give a quick explanation of how that's going to work for those parents who are here for the pre-K portion. I think it's Chris Leja is here for pre-K.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So yes, Ms. Van Carmen, that is correct. Right now, we currently just have about 9 schools that are available to choose from because those are our magnet um, and transformation programs. So it's your Montessori's and your magnet schools. So your neighborhood schools that have the dual language for pre-K are currently not there because it will open on April 1st.
So really, it's just we don't have all of our pre-K schools now, just the ones with special programs. But we will definitely be letting you know when it's time for pre-K. So keep an eye out for all that publicity, and we'll be contacting you in all sorts of ways to let you know when it's time to apply for pre-K. And it will also be all online, and we will have people on the phones helping. In fact, if you have questions about pre-K, there are people who can help you if you call that 5560 number right now or weekdays. So definitely we are here to help you out. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. And Keisha, one other quick question. There's a parent that has a sibling that's currently attending but is graduating next, like this is their last year, they're a senior this year. How does it work with the sibling thing, with the sibling that you mentioned earlier? Do they have to list a sibling that's currently there, or is it a sibling that's going to be there next year? How does that work?
It's typically a sibling that's going to be there next year. Siblings for magnet schools are for our elementary and our middle schools only. So sibling priority is not given for magnet high schools. But in our transformation programs, in our P-TECH programs, I believe sibling priority is given throughout the program. I'm going to have to ask Cheryl Nevels for P-TECH if she can respond, and Elena Bates if she can respond for transformation.
Cheryl, are you there? Do you want to talk about P-TECH and the sibling rule?
I am. the siblings are taken into consideration when it comes to PTEX and early college programs. It's a little bit different than magnet schools. It doesn't automatically guarantee that a student will be admitted if they have a sibling at the campus already in the program. However, they can apply for a transfer to the school so that both students can be at the same school, but it doesn't mean if I have a sibling in a PTEC or early college program that the sibling is automatically admitted under the same program. However, they can apply for attendance at the campus. So I hope that helps.
Great. And
Yes.
who's there from Transformation?
This is Elena Bates, and I am from OTI, and we do have priority lotteries, and those are designated by administration.
Okay, great. Back to Keisha. A couple questions about the application process that came up. A parent is asking in Spanish. When you're submitting documents like report cards or any other document, do you do it? Can you as a JPEG, like a photograph? Do you take a photograph of it, or do you save it as a PDF? How does that work?
Either way, you can do a JPEG and upload it, or a PDF. The application is mobile compatible. You're able to complete this application on your phone. It's super easy on your phone, and you can take a picture of the document, attach it, and move on to the next question.
Okay, excellent. And if you have, like this parent has two girls who are moving in from outside the country, how would they apply for the dual language program? What documents would they need? And I guess this applies to a lot of people who are not attending the district right now. What documents do they need to put in the application that would be equivalent? Or do they just submit it without documents and then we get back to them? How does that work?
I'm going to punt to do a language department and give them the opportunity to answer the question.
Yeah, yes, of course. Would you like me to reply in English or in Spanish, Maricarmen?
In English, because we're translating. So
alrighty, sounds good. So for students that are incoming for the first time to the United States, we will ask them to book an appointment to the Student Intake Center. And we will do that through a phone number that I'm going to drop in the chat in a minute. It's 972-749-5760. And we will help them process their application onboarding. They can apply through the system, but once they do, we will have to process their entire application, where we will provide them with more detailed information, because we have to evaluate their student records. We have to verify certain documents like the birth certificate. But do not worry, we're here to help you. We will guide you through the process. We will even provide you with some materials that you can use during the summer, and we will take care of you.
Excellent, good to know. Just letting you know that we have a lot of questions, and we've not even gotten through the other application process. So we may go over a little bit, because I think there's, a lot of parents are interested in this, and this is great information that we're able to provide you. So we're gonna get into some questions, and our panel is going to now be answering your questions in the Q&A as well. So they're ready to go in there and answer some of your questions. So we'll either get you an answer that way, or we'll answer it live. And if you still have questions, please call that number 972-925-5560. And I see that there are some attendees who have their hand up. The best way to let us know what your question is to put it into the Q&A. So if you want to do that, that would be awesome. And another quick question: if parents are having a hard time getting like a report card. I know it's just this year has been a little crazy. The end of last year was also a little crazy. How, so parents, they can't go to the school and ask for a copy of a report card. Sometimes it's hard to communicate with schools and such. How can parents get a copy of report card or other documents? And anybody who wants to jump into answer that question.
Our One Center is available to answer and assist families. We are the one-stop shop for families. Give us a call at 972-925-5560, and we will help you with getting your report cards, your standardized test scores, and uploading all of that information to your application. We are here to assist.
Okay, great. And, what if because we talked about like specialty schools but this also all applies to programs too. I mean, when Keisha showed us the school finder, so you're looking for programs that best fit. It just tells you which schools have those programs. For example, for P-TECH, and Cheryl, please let us know if where can we find what if not going through School Finder, where can we find which schools have programs? If for example, I am interested in engineering and I'm doing some work ahead of doing the application, where can I find which schools in the P-TECH system offer engineering?
That's a great question. If you go to our website, so through Dallas ISD, you can select the P-TECH and early college programs. And when you go to the website, there's actually a brochure. It's pretty comprehensive, and it's inclusive of all of the P-TECHs and early college programs that we have in the district, all of the pathway offerings as well.
Great. And we also have, we mentioned it briefly, we also have a new program to the district, that's the Career Institutes. And they also offer a lot of like really great programs, and they're not like you still go to your regular school for some of the time, and then you go to the specialized programs that they offer in the Career Institutes. I don't know if Jean can maybe tell us a little bit more about what the Career Institutes are, how parents can explore that option. If you can jump in and let us know how that works.
Yes, the Career Institutes are basically an extension of the home high school campus. So a student would attend their zone campus or the high school, standard high school that they chose. And then they could sign up for classes when they do their course selections as some of the Career Institute courses. So we offer programs in architecture, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, interior design, cybersecurity, mechatronics, and at some of the campuses, we also offer aviation flight and health science programs. So you can access this information on dallasisd.org/career institutes. There is a flyer on that page with all the details of our programs. There's not an application. It's just basically, if you're interested, let your counselor know or sign up for it on our website, dallasisd.org/career institutes. And I'll put that in the chat.
Great, awesome. We do have a question, Nancy, this may be for you. We have a question about magnet programs. They do have certain requirements. I mean, a lot of these programs don't have academic requirements, but the magnets do. Can you tell us briefly a little bit about some of these requirements?
Yes, of course. So like you did mention, the magnets do have academic requirements. The first academic requirement would be a report card where students have to meet a certain grade point average. Most of our programs require a 75 grade point average, but our tag programs do require 80. We also have a test score requirement. So students can use their last MAP test that they took if they're district students, or their ACP scores from last year. If they are not Dallas ISD students, they can use any norm reference test they may have taken. If they still do not have that, then they can opt to be tested through the district. I believe our next test date is February the 6th. So the district will administer a norm reference test to students with no test scores.
And how do I sign up for that, or how do I like let you know that I need that?
So the students will contact the school of choice, so the choice program they want to apply to, and they will take their information and sign them up for the test. It is free for all students that live within Dallas ISD boundaries, but students that live outside of Dallas ISD, there is a $100 fee.
Okay, great, good to know. And of course, there is all the transfer questions. So Jorge, this is your turn. What if, how does a transfer work, and why would I choose a transfer rather than apply for another school? Like why would I do a transfer?
Oh, great question. Great question. Well, transfer is usually for a parent who just wishes to attend a different neighborhood school. And sometimes it could be because, let's just say during normal times before the coronavirus, a parent wanted their child to attend a school maybe closer to where they work, or just another neighborhood school. Sometimes the zoning also works where your your actual zone school is further away than another neighborhood school that maybe only be a couple of blocks away or a block away. And so it would be a burden for the parent to attend a school so much further away, even though they're zoned for it. Instead, they could choose a school that's so much closer to them, even though it's not their zone school. And that would be why a transfer. So our parents love their neighborhood schools, but there's just little things that they prefer to attend another neighborhood school.
Or maybe if I want my kid to attend the school that's closer to where I work.
Yes.
So, if I need to go to the school or something, I don't have to travel for an hour. That may be another reason too.
Absolutely. And that's usually quite a bit of the reasons why.
Okay. And is there anything special about the transfers with this application that's different from transfers last year? For example, if I've already requested a transfer and I'm in my school, would I need to request a transfer for this next year if I'm staying in the same school?
That is a great question. Once you are approved for a transfer, you do not need to keep reapplying. You will be able to stay at that neighborhood school up to the highest grade level for that school. So excellent question. You do not need to keep reapplying. Once you're approved, you can remain at that campus.
Right. But if I'm changing grade levels, like I'm going from elementary to middle school, then I need to apply for a transfer to whatever middle school I'm looking at.
Absolutely. Or unless you really do like your neighborhood school that you're assigned for the upcoming school year, you can remain, you can just go ahead and go to your assigned neighborhood school.
And I don't need to do anything. I just, enroll when that starts.
Absolutely.
So great. So another that not necessarily for you, and I don't know who wants to jump in and answer this, maybe Keisha, maybe Mayra, but when do we, this is only for the specialty schools and programs. The application window that we have until February 7 right now is just for those. If you're going to go to your neighborhood school, like Jorge said, if you're happy with your neighborhood school and you're gonna be going there next year, we don't need to do anything right now. We're going to have another application, well, not an application period, an enrollment period later. This is just for the programs that are here right now that are either a program that's special or a school. So I don't know if Mayra, if you want to jump in and talk a little bit about that, or Keisha. I guess Keisha?
Yeah, I can answer. Yes, ma'am. So, Maria Carmen, you're correct. So, yes, this application is currently only for if you are interested in applying to one of the special programs, such as a magnet school, transformation school, a dual language program. If you are just interested in re-enrolling for next school year at your current campus, that will open up later in the year. I believe it's in April. So this application is currently if you are interested in a special program with the district.
Awesome. Thank you. So yes, and we will let you know. Trust me, we are not shy about sending out information. You will probably be tired of hearing from us when all of these windows are opening, and we're all going to do it through this new online tool that is, it is really great. I know it took us a while to get through the application with Keisha, because we're doing explanations and asking questions, but it really, it's super fast. And we'll spend a few minutes now with Maida. If you want to walk us real quick through how the application looks like for a student that's already in the district, because I think it pre-populates a lot of the information already, if I
Yes, that's
understand that
correct.
correctly. So yay.
Yes, that you are correct. So it is a little simpler, just because a lot of the information, if the student is currently with the district, it pre-populates a lot of the information that they already have. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we can walk through that process. Okay, can everyone see my screen? I hope. Okay, so what you'll want to do is log on to the Dallas ISD website, dallasisd.org, and what you'll do is choose Dallas ISD, this tile right here. This will take you to our Choose Dallas ISD homepage, where, like Keisha said earlier, you'll be able to find the school options that you need. Now, if you select apply here, it'll take you to the application homepage, where if you've already created an account, you'll just log in with your email or phone number and password. Or if you are needing to, you're brand new to the system, you will have to create an account. As mentioned earlier, if you already have a parent portal account, and I think this can be a little confusing, some parents may ask, if I already have a parent portal account, why do I need to, create a new account? Well, this is specifically for only the application. Your parent portal, you use that to review grades and attendance records. So this is only for this application system. So you will have to create an account. But what is beneficial is that you can, if you already have a username and a password for parent portal, you can use that same password just to, make it a little bit easier for you to log in. So let me go ahead and create a new account. Use my first name and last name and phone number. Now, if you do want to enable text notifications, you do have to click on this option right underneath the phone number. If you are providing a cell phone number and you want to receive text notifications, please make sure that you click enable SMS text notifications so that you do receive notifications via your cell phone. I'll enter an email. And then confirm the email. And create your password. And confirm the password. Now, again, you can select your preferred language, and there's many to choose from. You can do Spanish, you can do English. Leave it at English. And of course, select your preferred communication. So again, you can do text, phone, mail, or email. I'll select email. Select that I am not a robot. And create your account. Once you create your account, you'll be taken to the main dashboard of the application system. To start a new application, you'll click here. Now, the difference with the new student application and for a student that is already in the district, your answer to this question, is the student currently enrolled or have they been enrolled at Dallas ISD, will be yes. Then it will ask, do you have your Dallas ISD student ID number? You will select yes. If you do need assistance, maybe you don't know your student ID, your student's ID number, you can always call us at the 972-925-5560 number, and we'll be able to provide you with that information. Now, one thing that is important is when the information that you're providing from the student is information that is in PowerSchool, meaning if you here it asks for a first and last name. You want to make sure that you only put a first name without the middle name. And if the student has two last names, and that's the way that it is in their school records, you want to make sure that you type in both last names. If the student has both last names that has a hyphen, you want to make sure that you put it in with a hyphen, because it will recognize the information for the student exactly as it is in PowerSchool. I'll enter my student's information. First name, last name, and date of birth. And again, the next question is to agree to the requirements and the policies. I'll say agree and continue with the application. Now see, I have a error that says the student record cannot be found. Please check the student ID, name, and birth date. So I want to make sure that I typed it in correctly.
So it's basically, a lot of it is the same process that we have for the other application.
Correct. This is one of the main differences, is that you will have to know your student's ID number.
And where can we find, you know, for the, I mean, I know students because of the meal plan and everything, like kind of have their number memorized, but parents might not. And if we have more than one kid, it's difficult. Where are the places that we can find that student ID number?
So you can find that ID number on a report card, maybe a progress report, or like I said, just call the centralized enrollment office and we'll be able to verify some information for you and be able to provide you with that.
Right. And also, if you have a parent portal account, which you can create and the school can help you with that, that information will also be in the parent portal account. That
is correct. Now, unfortunately, we're having some technical issues with our test student. It's not allowing me to continue. It is a test just so that we could show you the process. But this is basically what the difference in the new student account and the returning is, that it will ask you for this specific information on the student. And then everything else on the application is the same. You'll be able to review the student information page. Unlike the new student information, everything for the student will be pre-populated. The name, middle name, address that you have currently in PowerSchool. As a parent, if you go to that page and you see that maybe like the address is wrong, or you see something that's incorrect, unfortunately, because the information is coming from PowerSchool, you are unable to change it in the application system, but we do encourage you to contact your home campus, wherever your student is enrolled, and make those changes there. Once they make the changes at the school, then those changes can reflect on the application. But everything else is the same. You'll be able to verify the parent information and be able to select the schools just as the new student application. Depending on the schools that you select, you'll be able to upload documents if necessary, or answer any other of the questions for those specialty programs that you've selected.
And just to mention, because we have a lot of questions about documents.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any questions about specific documents, your best bet is to call 972-925-5560. Again, we're going to be there till 2:00 today, and we're available between 7:30 and 5 on weekdays. And they can, I mean, they're like really, it's an amazing group. They're there to help you, and they can tell you what documents are needed, specifically how to load them onto the application. They will walk you through it. They will let you know where you can find them, because a lot of times in education, we love acronyms. We're acronym happy. And so a lot of times you parents out there might not know what the acronym is. So we will walk you through that part as well. We do have a question here about single gender schools, and we do actually have quite a few. So I don't know if our, Elena, if you wanted to talk a little bit about the single gender schools and how that works and how we can apply for those, or do we need to apply for those?
Oh, yes, you can apply for the transformation schools, or, and I responded to that because I didn't know what information was needed. So we can guide you to the school leadership that is of your interest, or definitely to the executive director to help you with any information. But it just depends on where we're talking about. I don't know if we're at the elementary level, high school level. So please reach out and let us know your questions. And I put that in the Q&A.
And we have just some of these schools that we're opening, like the single gender schools, some of the schools with the art specification. And I do have a question about that, Keisha, but in a second. But we're opening the schools because there's really a lot of interest out there. Montessori, single gender. So these schools are working really well, and we encourage you to look into them, because the parents who are attending have had like a really good experience, and their word of mouth is getting out, and that's why we're opening some of these other schools. We do have, because there's a lot of interest in specializing in arts, we do have a couple schools. So that at the elementary level that offer art specific education. We have the new MLK, but we also have Sidney Lanier Arts Vanguard, and it's an excellent school. It's been around for a while, and I don't know if we want to, maybe highlight that school a little bit so that people remember, because we've been, not paying as much attention to that one. Keisha, would you like to talk about that, or Nancy?
Yeah, either one, absolutely. Sidney Lanier Vanguard Expressive Arts is our original baby Booker T. It is the elementary program for fine arts. It begins at 4th grade and goes all the way until 8th grade. There's dance, there's music, there's theater, there's orchestra. So it's our original baby Booker T. So if you're interested, family, in an elementary school also that has a fine arts focus, we do have, Sidney Lanier, and we have the new Dr. Martin Luther King Fine Arts Academy. So there are two. One that's in West Dallas, that's where our Sidney Lanier is located. And then we have our Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., which is in South Dallas.
And we do have a lot of magnet schools, and really a lot of, and P-Tech. I mean, we have so many choices. I know it's really hard to choose, because we do have, and they're all excellent schools. We, in all of these programs, and we offer either dual language courses. P-Tech offers a great opportunity to get up to 60 credit hours if you're and an associate's degree if you attend those programs. So this is really, I know you're interested, and that's why you're participating in this webinar, but tell your neighbor, your comadre, your tia, your neighbors, whoever tell them about these programs, because they're such a great opportunity. And because we're looking at things in the background, we still have openings for a lot of these programs. So we encourage you to apply. Don't miss out on this fantastic opportunity, because it really, it is a great advantage for your students. Our neighborhood schools also offer a lot of programs that are great, that can dual, advanced placement and dual credit programs in our neighborhood schools at the high school level. It really gives students, and you, because we offer them for free. They're getting college credits for free, and you don't have to pay for them, and they don't have to get a loan or a grant. So These are great, great programs, and I encourage you to tell others about them. We're gonna have another webinar. I know we've gone like a lot over our time, but I think it's, you know, it's great because we have a lot of people interested, and this is great information. And we're gonna have another webinar that will also go over a little bit of the application in all of these programs. We have athletic programs that are also at our neighborhood schools. And I don't know if, Cinnamon, if you want to say a few words about our athletic programs and why people should join us for that. I don't know if you're on here. If you're not, if you have questions about athletic programs, definitely give us a call, 972-925-5560, and we can direct you to the right person. But we have another webinar on Wednesday, January 27th. It's at 6 o'clock. You sign up for it, and you can, at the same place, dallasisd.org, choose Dallas ISD, and you can join us for that, ask questions. The original deadline to apply was a lot earlier, so that's why that's our last one. But we've extended it to February 7th, so there's that chance to ask questions. We have, as you see, a lot of programs. This is a great opportunity, so tell everyone you know. If we didn't get to your question, please call the number 972-925-5560. And unless any of the programs have anything else they need to add, I hope we answered your questions. Anybody have anything else to say? All right, well then, thank you so much for joining us today. Please remember, go to dallasisd.org/choose Dallas ISD, or call us at 972-925-5560, and we are there to help you. We want you to take advantage of this opportunity and be part of Dallas ISD. We have just great opportunities for your children, and we want you to take advantage of them. So we will see you on Wednesday, and thank you so much for being here with us this morning.